This is Alabama Linda, otherwise known as Candy Crush Linda. And since I only back winners, I listen to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Wait, how many times has he been fired? Anyway, here he is, Eric Zane.
Welcome. I've already unloaded a 10-minute timeout. That is the first time that I've unloaded a 10-minute timeout prior to actually speaking on the show. Aram, enjoy your breakfast. You snarky little shit. And you are a little shit. You're a little Armenian Indian shit. Eat up your breakfast, you little fuck. What has happened to you? Over time, you've become this enigma, this ridiculous troll. So, there was some discussion on the chat about, oh, hey, my thing's not working right while I'm viewing it, and yeah, you got some time before the show starts. I know exactly what you're doing. You're suggesting that I'm, being late, and I guess, truth be told, I am. But shut up! Holy shit, it's a fucking podcast. Occasionally, I might be a minute or 2 or 3 or 4 late. No big deal. So if you want to enjoy 10 solid minutes of silence, I got my eye on you. You have become the new show bitch. Okay? You are. You're an absolute bitch. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show podcast. That's the quickest way to put me in a bad mood. Congratulations. Is that your goal? Do you wake up and say, I want to get Eric in a bad mood? That's annoying as shit. Oh, my God. Your nutty anti-vax wife must be losing her mind with you. Oh, you see, that's how that works. That's how that works. See, now it's ugly. Now it is. Didn't have to be ugly. I would have liked to have just said, hey, how's everybody doing? Let's get started. Let's get started. But no. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. Jesse says, well, the show, he actually writes, the show is more interesting when you're pissed off, Zane. Well, your comments are read easier when they're not grammatically full of errors. Now, that's bullshit. That whole idea about, it's better when you're pissed off. Now, fuck that. I don't like that. Nick insulting me. Now everybody's doing it. How dare you call me on my flaws? You're banned. What flaws? What is the flaw that he called me out on? And by the way, you're short, you're fat, you're ugly, and you look like shit. So here you go. Sit around and enjoy a good 10 minutes. There you go. Wow. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. The stink bug is back. It's sitting right on the camera right now. There may come a point in the show when he crawls right in front of the fucking thing. In front of, like, the glass there. And that might be just fantastic. I'm going to let it go if it does. I want it here. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense and my personal adventures each and every weekday. So glad you're here, despite all of that bullshit. Jesse says mobile typing should be excused from grammar errors. No. In fact, for that, you get 10 minutes. I'm handing them out like candy today. And so if you get out of line, you're going to get 10 minutes. In fact, I might just give you all 10 minutes, regardless of if you've said anything that's annoyed me or not. Sarah says when the show stinks, the stink bug will appear. Careful. Tyler says the band hammer is swinging freely today. Yes. John Gizmongo says, good morning. It's your favorite bigot. The king of slurs. John Gizmingo. I wonder what John Gizmongo does for a living. I'm curious what John Gizmongo does for a living. If he actually has to leave the house. Because, if he actually works for someone. Because I think he's full of shit. Okay? I think his slurs that he throws out regularly on his podcast. I don't think for a second, if he has a real job, he would ever dream of saying those things. He says he's retired. All right. You don't strike me as being of age to be retired. In fact, I wouldn't even put you... I would put you at about my age. You look like you're about 52 years old, right? You can't be that much more older than that. Who the fuck gets to are you one of these people who are you collecting disability or something like that? Did you get your legs cut off or something? I don't know. I don't want to get into that. He says he edits podcasts and consults on podcasts. Oh yeah, that would be great. That'd be awesome. John says he's 60. It's still an early retirement. I want to retire when I'm I want to go as old as you can before I actually hang it up. If I even hang it up. Because there's no reason why I can't just keep doing this. Why not? Hell, by the time I get to be that age, the technology will probably allow for a hologram of me to appear in your home. Wouldn't that be something? The idea, though, that when you go as old as you can before you start collecting Social Security, you get, I don't know, what is it like? I think it's $37,000 a year from Social Security. That's what I want. I want the most that you can get. And if you wait that old, like to go to the very end of it, you can then work and earn as much as you want and still draw your Social Security. That's awesome. But if you go younger, you can't earn as much as you want. Bug is on the move right now. I like that idea. And I was talking to the Queen of the Forest, and she goes, yeah, I want to retire soon. I go, well, you can't. You're not going to. And she goes, well, I don't want to work. I go, well, I don't give a shit what you want. I mean, a lot of us don't want certain things, or we want certain things. We're in the middle of a key financial moment here where we need to keep pumping as much money into the system. How your youngest daughter, is going to America's most expensive college. We would save money if she was going to Princeton. I'm not even kidding you. Or Michigan. Holy fuck. I go, no. There's that. And you've got your middle child is getting married. And, I'm on the hook for that. So no. There's none of that. We got to keep doing this. Keep grinding. And I go, and besides, and then I explained to her all this shit about like retirement age that I just explained to you. And it's like I can see the words bouncing off of her face. She's, I'm not working till I'm 66, 67. I go, come on, man. I mean, seriously, if you retire and I don't, what the fuck? You're just going to be sitting out in the kitchen while I'm here. It's not like we can do anything. What's the point of that? And then the other day, she's like, well, I'm thinking grass is greener on the other side with a different job. And I go, look, honey, you have a great job, and you need to play to your strengths. What do you mean? I go, well, what you excel at is face-to-face interaction, which is a lost art form in this day and age. Now, that's a nice way of saying that technology has passed her by, but she admits that. She has said that before. And the last job she had, it was running a ragged. She doesn't know shit about tech or anything like that. And she is a hands-on, face-to-face guru, especially with kids with disabilities. I go, you are, oh my God, you are the absolute best at that. You need to, if you're going to do anything, it has to involve that type of interaction where 95% of what you're doing is face-to-face. Otherwise, you're going to hate it. And she goes, yeah, you're right. Well, at first she was like, why are you saying I don't know anything? I go, yeah, I am. And you know that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Kate says, oh my God, I wish I could afford to retire. Yeah, we can't. You can rest when you're dead, Kate says. Radio voice Linda just earned 600 seconds by saying Diana can come hang with me. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that to you. She can take over all the NFK duties. Oh, how about that? Yeah, you can wash your brother's asshole. How does that feel? No. We've got many, many years of earning left. But I said to her, I go, if we keep grinding, when you get to that age, and then I get to that age, I don't know what I will do with myself if I actually have the flexibility to say, okay, we get this money from Social Security and the money we've saved. We're good to go. We're happening. I wonder what that would be like. That would be so odd. It would require some type of like strange transition. It would almost be like difficult to process, to have nothing really to do. You ever hear about somebody who retires and then you see their freaking obituary and it says, yeah, I retired 5 days ago. Jesus. That's why Diana's like, no, I want to do it now. I want to retire as soon as possible because I want to live a little. It's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that is going to work. John Gizmongo says, my new job will be doing Gilbert Gottfried imitations on Cameo. Boomer Bob laughs at that, and then Kate says that was fucking awesome. That tells me it wasn't. If Kate says it's awesome, it wasn't. Why are you so mean to me lately? What's the problem with you? Aram, I'm not even talking to you for the rest of the show. I'm not looking at your comments. I'm not interacting with you. You're too mean. You've hurt my feelings. You're a troublemaker and a troll. That is where you are. You are an absolute troll. So I've had it. I want to read to you what our beloved Kate wrote on Facebook yesterday. My day is rapidly declining.
Just got home. The dog shit on my rug. And I now also have a pair of broken glasses. Oh, my God, my day is ruined. And I'm like, come on.
What? How dramatic.
Oh, Jesus, I'm running to Facebook to tell everybody. I'm telling everyone that this dog shit on the floor and that my glasses broke.
Sorry, Kate. Sorry that that happened.
There's some serious drama going around in the house. Paul, where are you? Paul, did you get over here and clean the shit up?
Kate says,
Too bad you don't know the full story.
well, wait. I'm only going by what you gave us. I didn't write it. You wrote it.
My poor Finn is sick, 16-year-old puppas.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, don't bring down the room with the sadness, okay? I'm trying to make fun of you.
While you're there trying to make yuck. I've got an elderly dog that's sick as fuck. You sick bastard. I hope you rot in hell.
Terry says, I'm watching my dog shit on the floor right now. All right, gather round. I just heard this story that's scaring the hell out of me. Putin tested that. That's known as the Satan missile. That doesn't look that impressive. Looks like any other missile that you see. Run-of-the-mill ICBM that can blow up the world. But now, I only know this because I saw Gizmongo and Boomer Bob talking about this, that the Simpsons predicted that on May 5th, 2022, Russia is going to blow up the world with nuclear weapons. Okay? The Satan missile is something else. Okay? Now, this isn't like North Korea where they launch something and it flies 15 feet and then North Korea says, yeah, it flew 3,000 miles around the world and then crash landed in the ocean. It's devastating. We can attack any spot on the globe with this. This actually is an incredible weapon. The Satan missile takes off, flies way up, goes around the planet, and then has the ability to get past all of our missile defense systems. No problem. Okay? And it's a large missile, and what it does is it carries 10 nuclear warheads. So you remember that scene in the Iron Man movie when Tony Stark shows up at the beginning and the missile takes off and there's all sorts of smaller bombs inside of the missile? That's what the Satan is. So the Satan then it gets by all of our missile defense systems and then it deploys 10 warheads, which each of those are propelled by what's called a hypersonic glide system. And each of those warheads travels not at supersonic speed, hypersonic speed, which is 5 times the speed of sound. So we're knocking on the door of 4,000 miles an hour, each one of those. So then as it's coming down, it deploys 10 warheads, which then hit all of the key U.S. cities. Just like that. And then that's it. War over. Game over, motherfucker. So Putin, in some saber rattling, said, yeah, we just wanted to rattle some cages here of the U.S. Putin said the successful launch of, it's actually called the Sarmat, nicknamed the Satan II, in the West and capable of delivering multiple nuclear warheads as far as anywhere in the U.S. It has a range of 11,500 miles. That's what we're dealing with here. According to the press in Russia, would give thought to those who are trying to threaten Mother Russia. All right. So that's a little fucking terrifying. This isn't the first time this has happened. But still, it's enough to make me go, fuck, okay. Do you remember not long ago, I told you I was starting to construct the bomb shelter here at the house because I'm under the impression that I can survive a nuclear detonation. Since then, this is all I've done. Remember I told you I was going to buy a generator and buy a bunch of MREs and start to build my food supply and my water supply and strategically have like the windows covered up. Like if a missile goes off, you got like 30 minutes. If it comes from Russia or a sub, you got a little bit of time before it hits like the mainland. So then I would quickly put boards over the windows downstairs. That was part of my grand plan that we talked about. Since then, I am not kidding. I have taken 2, you know how like a milk jug? I have 2 of these that I filled with water. And I did sanitize them. I used bleach and all that shit. So the water is good for 6 months. But I have 2 of these downstairs. And that is all. Now, you need, wait a minute, 1 a day per person. So let's just say there's 4 people that'll be here at this house. That would mean I would need 4 of these per day water supply, which means I have half of the water supply I need for 1 day. That is the extent of my preparation. This is a perfect example of how my mind operates. In the moment, however many weeks ago that was, I was like, that's it. It's done. I'm all in. I am going to create a safe zone to keep me safe in the event of a nuclear war. And I haven't done shit. That is the story of my life. Isn't that a song by One Direction? Story of my life. Love that song. That guy, Harry Styles, he can sing. God, is he great. He is did you ever see him do, he did a song, an old Peter Gabriel song called Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, I kicked the habit. He did that on, of all things, The Stern Show before Stern lost his mind. It was really good. Okay, ADHD. Out of control today. Oh, my God. That's how it's going to be. Boo, 3304 says, sounds like he's done more prepping for the bombing than he has painting the basement. Not true. Not true, fucker. Okay? I sanded this week. If your shelter is above ground at all, you're hit. Don't worry about it. You don't know. I'm just trying to prevent fallout from getting into the basement. Terry says 4-gallon jugs at Menards are $5. We have 10 in the basement. Rotate annually. So that means you have... Yeah, but it says you're supposed to rotate every 6 months, so you might want to check on that. Unless if that's the water like me, I'm bottling it my own. I don't know. You might be right. So that means if you have 4-gallon jugs are $5, you have 10 in the basement, that means 40 gallons. Okay, so that'll last you, what, a week and a half, couple of weeks? All Eric's done since that last conversation was buy, he writes, was but more lube for how fucked he's going to be. Okay, that's a horrible thing to say. Melissa says you can't even finish the basement. I'm working on the basement, you crazy twat. Shut up. All right. I'm telling you, I did not plan on starting this show all pissed off. It was Aram. Aram did everything. It's all your fault. So with that in mind, why don't we watch some violence? I have show and tell, which we are now, let's see, Monday was the last incident. So that means if I get through today, it will be 3 days without a sound or video incident on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Okay, sound. There it is. Video. There it is. Baseball player. Little college. Weatherford College. That's the team on the field, the fielders. The guy rounding the bases who hit the home run, he plays for another small college. Josh Phillips from North Central Texas College. The pitcher is not happy. Oh, the stink bug flew off. With something that is happening as this Josh Phillips just hit a home run. And he's rounding third. Rounding third. Headed for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. There you go. Watch the pitcher. Watch what the pitcher does as the guy's rounding third and headed for home. Right here.
North Central is taking the lead here in game one.
Oh
My. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did you hear that guy? He goes,
North Central's taking the lead here.
and then whammo, student announcer.
North Central.
North Central is taking the lead here in game one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yikes,
my.
did he hit him?
No. Oh, no.
If you're just listening to the audio podcast, you must check in with this video and see this pitcher just level this guy rounding third. I mean, he hit him really hard. It's a concussion.
That was out of nowhere.
That was out of nowhere.
There's a slow-mo. Watch. Oh, God. I think at the last second, the runner started to brace, but there was no stopping that freight train. Oh, my God. Players pile on.
North Central is taking the lead here in game one. Oh, my. Oh, no.
This announcer.
Oh, no. That was out of nowhere.
That was out of nowhere.
Boy, talk about small
Woodward
time.
just attacking the... Sorry, Phillips right there.
This guy is the worst.
And he'll step on home plate and...
All right. That was something. Let's see here. Okay, no, I don't want to watch that. Holy shit. Spokesperson for the college is talking, and they're making a pretty damn big deal of this. Now in baseball, if you charge the mound or something like that, or this whatever, you throw at a guy's head, you get kicked out, and then that's it, you know? So in my opinion, this shouldn't be any different, right? But baseball is sometimes pretty stupid. A spokesperson for the college that the player was representing, who the pitcher, said an investigation into the incident is underway. The school says that Woodward is the pitcher, I guess, could face serious disciplinary action as a result of the attack. And expulsion from the school is on the table. What? So you're telling me that this pitcher could hit a guy in the head with a baseball, and sometimes you don't even get kicked out of the game for that. And in this case, though, I'm sure the guy rounding third the guy who hit the home run said something terrible to the pitcher. You know that happened. It had to have. Weatherford head baseball coach Jeff Lightfoot released a statement saying, "We are shocked and disappointed at what happened in our game today." Bullshit. You should encourage that. Baseball sucks so much dick. It's the most boring game on the planet. You should be happy that happened. We do not condone this type of behavior. We have worked hard to build a program with the highest of standards. We are completely embarrassed by this incident, and we apologize to North Central Texas College and the fans of WC baseball. This type of behavior cannot be tolerated. So they are throwing this pitcher, Owen Woodward, under the bus. I would give him double the scholarship, frankly. If I was in charge of baseball, college, major leagues, my first rule, the first thing I would do, I would show up and I'll say, okay, the first thing we're going to do in Major League Baseball with me as the commissioner is we're going to put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. As of right this second, he is now in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations. The next thing I'm going to do is Armando Galarraga has a perfect game. After Jim Joyce fucked that up, that was a perfect game, and that's it. Okay? By the way, there's apparently Monmouth College legal student whatever is trying to make that a reality, which sounds like, wait, what? Why? Aren't colleges supposed to, like, free people from prison? You know, college legal teams do this all the time, where they take up a case and then a bunch of law students, like 30 of them, will work tirelessly as a project trying to they like pick a black guy on death row, and then it like works. I don't know how it works, but it does. You hear about this all the fucking time. Well, the fucking dummies at Monmouth decided, hey, let's try to petition baseball to get Galarraga his perfect game. And there's a guy on death row said, no, you said you were going to help me. Holy shit. So that's what I would do. Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame. Galarraga gets his perfect game. And every game, you must at least once throw at a batter's head, and there has to be at least one bench-clearing brawl per game. And if that it can happen at any time, you figure out when you're going to do it, but each team has to throw at someone's head, and you get bonuses for every bloody nose and black eye. These are all things that have to happen. O'Neill, leave the stink bug alone. Do not eat the stink bug. That would make baseball entertaining. It all makes sense now, okay? Because Kyler, let's go! Is that it? He loves baseball. He thinks it's enjoyable. He thinks this is like fun to go to the game and just sit there. And you can, if you sit next to Kyler at the game, you can actually, if you pay close attention, hear his tits growing if you sit next to him. If you sit next to Kyler, it would be more enjoyable and more entertaining to listen to his tits growing than it would be to actually see the game. Nick writes, Eric as the baseball coach. See this? It's the rule book. Know what you're doing with it. Throws it out the window. That's true. Jason Schaefer with a timely reference. Based on O'Neill's diet, a stink bug is an after-dinner mint. You aren't kidding. Yeah, that would be very wienery. That's what Boo 3304 says. If they expel the guy for that, come on. Announcer sounds like he's a sophomore majoring in sports journalism. You're probably right. All right. 7th inning line brawl, says Cole. Yes, I'm all about it. This show, each and every weekday on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. if you're listening on another source, make it a point to find me on Twitch and follow the page. That doesn't cost you a dime. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, to subscribe to it doesn't cost you a dime. It's free, and boy, does that help me. I actually get dollars for every person that subscribes with their Amazon Prime account. And that helps me, so thank you so much. It's all about the hustle of the Eric Zane Show podcast. So follow the page on Twitch, subscribe to it if you can with Amazon Prime, or if you're really feeling squirrely, you can pay $5 and subscribe to it. That means you get the live Twitch feed without commercial interruption. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, brought to you by Irvine's. They also sponsor my Facebook page, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Twitter, @Eric Zane Show, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Thank you so much. And subscribe to me on YouTube. Bell notification, Eric Zane Show on YouTube, brought to you by Frank Fuss. My Policy Shop Insurance. 616-914-4070. Ben and Eric Patreon podcast today. 7 p.m. we get started. So that'll be fun. As always, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I want you there. If you are on Patreon, reach out to me if you have not been receiving your live stream invite, because I actually want you. I want to see your face on the show. Gizmongo was with us last week for a short amount of time, and then he just gets bored. And then when he gets bored, he just disappears. He just does the Irish goodbye, which is what a Cherry Hill chode would do. He's just sitting there looking and goes, fuck this shit. I got to go insult some Chinese people. Boom, he's out. Unbelievable. That's the Jersey in him. That is the Jersey in him. Remember, Gizmongo, if you go to Philly, bring your mask, okay? I don't know if you get out of the house that much as a 45-year-old retiree or whatever it is you are. How the fuck did you retire at 60? Did you get hit by a bus or something? Did you get your legs cut off? I need to know. How does one retire at 60? Jackass. All right. Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, 7 p.m. tonight. Speaking of retired, Al Sabatka. Some of you are like, who the fuck is that? Okay. If you follow hockey, specifically the Detroit Red Wings, this guy is an absolute legend. Okay. He's the guy who, when the home team fans throw an octopi onto the ice, he's the guy who comes out, picks it up, and he's waving the fucking thing over his head. And as it goes, that was just a spur-of-the-moment thing like decades ago. And the fans went crazy. This was when hockey, the Red Wings had an unbelievable dynasty going on with Yzerman and Fedorov and the Russian Five and all that shit. Stanley Cups, 4 Stanley Cups in the late 90s and then on into the 2000s. Sabatka has been with the team for 51 years. I mean, he was in his early 20s or late teens. I think he might have been in his late teens. And he was sweeping the floor of Olympia Stadium, which is before Joe Louis Arena, so he moved the team from Olympia to Joe Louis Arena in like 1979. And then the whole lifespan with all those Stanley Cups at Joe Louis Arena, and then they move into Little Caesars Arena, and he's still there. Now, he is in charge of the ice crew. These are the people who Zamboni the ice and make sure that the ice is in good condition for the team, and this is extremely important. And so he's an expert on those things. It's his ice. He does every day. That's his job. And this is not like some super wealthy guy, okay? But this has been his life's work. His life's work. And that all went out the window like a month ago when it's announced that he was fired. Now, he is such a legend that the Red Wings, they have this big, giant purple octopus mascot in the rafters that they like lower down. I think they still use it. It's huge, purple octopus, and they call it Al, named after him. It's his namesake, you know? And so that's been legendary, all right? And, well, he was just fired, and everybody's like, what the fuck? Why did they fire Al Sabatka? Now, my pals on the Drew and Mike show podcast, they had Al on, and he sounded depressed, and he didn't really say too much. But two people called up and said that there was an incident where he was caught pissing in a drain in the bay where the Zambonis go. So typically the Zambonis go, and then you dump out the scraped snow, and it goes into a pit, and it melts. And someone, according to the eyewitnesses calling their show, said, yeah, someone caught him pissing in the thing. And that was it. All right. Fast forward yesterday. By the way, here's Al right here in happier days, walking off the ice with an octopi. I talked to someone on the Griffins, and I said, "Hey, did you hear about Al?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, and before I started, he goes, "Yeah, I heard he was pissing on the ice, on a pile of ice." I go, "Yeah." I go, "Wow, that seemed a little rough to you?" I mean, 51 years. And this person said, "Well, that might be a Lifetime Achievement Award. I've heard stories about Al. So this might have been, I don't know for sure, but I'm hearing from secondary sources that are saying that Al is a handful." Okay, but I don't think that, it's still a little tricky in this day and age. Al is suing the Red Wings. Jason says octopi is plural, Eric. One is an octopus. Oh, okay. You mean you can't say you threw an octopi on the ice? Oh. Are you sure? Plural of octopus. Wait a minute. Octopi is the oldest plural form of octopus. So all I say is he threw an octopus on the ice, or he has an octopus. I can't say he's got an octopi, because then he'd have to have, he has octopi. That would be two, right? I think. Whatever. Who gives a shit? He's got an octopus. Al's suing, claiming he was wrongly fired because a medical condition forced him to urinate in the ice pit while working. 68-year-old Al Sabatka was fired by the Red Wings on February 17th. Diana comes walking up to me today. She goes, Did you hear Al suing the Red Wings? I go, yeah. And she goes, yeah, he's trying some nonsense that a medical condition. I go, I know. What do you think about that? She goes, I think it's bullshit. I think he's just trying to get paid. I go, I think so too. I go, it might actually work. I don't know. I think this will result in some type of settlement. See, here's the thing. Everybody just thinks Al's a poor old man, and that's what this is. This is just overstepping. And you should use that. If people feel that way about you publicly, yeah, you lean into that shit. So I think this is a good move by him. Fan favorite for decades, best known for twirling an octopus to help ignite crowds during the playoff games at Joe Louis Arena. Case background. The lawsuit says Sabatka started working for the team. Yeah, age 17. Holy shit. He performed services for the Detroit Red Wings, including but not limited to handling day-to-day operations connected to the ice in the arena, including maintaining the practice ice, driving and maintaining the Zamboni, and taking care of the locker rooms. This is a full-time job. Sabatka had an excellent performance record through his 51 years of employment. According to the lawsuit, it refers to him as a staple of the Detroit hockey community. I agree with that. That guy, especially during these lean years, he would go, he's famous. If he walks around anywhere, his money is no good in Detroit. If Al Sabatka goes anywhere, people are like, hey, this one's on me. He's that legendary. The lawsuit says Sabatka never missed a single game or took vacation during the hockey season. It claims he used one sick day in 51 years. The lawsuit says that in late January, Sabatka was on a Zoom call with Tim Padgett, the vice president of venue operations. Padgett told Sabatka he was getting old, according to the lawsuit. Uh-oh. Okay. Now, if you're Sabatka, you better hope you have footage of that. You need some proof. Who says that? If that's true, oh my God, hey, Al, yeah, you're getting old. Oh, no. Sabatka said he is diagnosed with a benign prostatic hypertrophy. Sounds like a benign tumor on his prostate. A condition that causes a frequent and uncontrollable need to urinate. Sabatka had just finished cleaning and maintaining the ice on the main rink on February 2nd when he moved the Zam into the garage, according to the lawsuit. There's a pit in the garage where the ice is unloaded and drained before it runs into the sewer, the lawsuit states. It's not open to the public, and access is limited to the ice crew, all of whom are men, according to the lawsuit. Sabatka suddenly experienced an uncontrollable urge to urinate due to his BPH condition. Awesome. Now, this may or may not be true, but that's fucking great. That is a work of art right there. The lawsuit reads. I mean, I'm sure he has the condition, but that is just magnificent. To access a restroom, Sabatka would have had to exit the garage and walk 70 feet to a public restroom. Instead, he was standing behind two Zambonis and seeing no one around. He urinated into the pit, which contained the water to be drained. The lawsuit contends another employee who works under Sabatka saw what happened and reported it to management. Sabatka's lawsuit. Hang on a second here. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'll get to you in a second. I'm getting ready for Kyle coming up at 9. Sabatka's lawsuit says he was called into a meeting around 4 p.m. February 4th by his supervisor, Jim Bullough. A human resources partner was on speakerphone, according to the lawsuit. The human resources partner asked Sabatka if he had urinated into the pit, and he confirmed that he did, the lawsuit says. She told him that he was being placed under investigation and would be suspended for a week, according to the lawsuit. Sabatka spoke to her a week later on the date he was supposed to be contacted after returning. And was told that he could not return yet, the lawsuit alleges. She told him that the investigation was still underway. Sabatka told that means they're talking to lawyers. Sabatka told the human resources partner about his condition And she said she would make sure that that was reflected in the investigative report, according to the lawsuit. Then, on February 17th, Sabatka received a call from Michelle Bardos, Vice President of Human Resources, and Tim Badgett, the lawsuit reads. They told Sabatka he was being terminated for bad judgment. The lawsuit claims Sabatka was never interviewed as part of the investigation. It says he never saw any investigative report or results, but was given a confidential agreement to sign, which included a small payment and a non-disparagement provision, which means you can't talk shit about him and you can't sue them. Sabatka declined the offer, the lawsuit says. The lawsuit claims Sabatka was discriminated against based on his age. Sabatka's age was at least one determining factor in the decision to treat him differently with respect to his conditions of his employment and termination, the lawsuit reads. You know, if you're going to handle him with this degree of silliness, him with, hey, I've got a medical condition, that is a response appropriate in kind. I don't give a shit if everybody hates the guy. That is fucking great. Good for you, Al. I love this. It claims Sabatka's termination was not due to a lack of seniority, merit, or quality of work. I don't understand why companies like the Red Wings can actually get into their own way. The PR issues that can take place if you fire a 68-year-old man, that's his life's work. It doesn't matter if he's incorrigible or if he pissed in the thing. You got to, weigh the options here. The bad look to the general public, this is a sweet old man who's very sad that you took away his livelihood. He's hurt by that. And, here you got nothing going. He's the only shining star on that fucking team, because of the record. The team has stunk for years. I mean, you don't want to get rid of him. The lawsuit also alleges discrimination in violation of the Michigan's Persons with Disabilities Civil Rights Act. Ooh, no. As well as violations of the same act as the second and third counts, respectively. So age, disability. Oh, God. Those allegations stem from Sabatka having a record of his condition, which substantially limits one or more major life activities, according to the lawsuit. Sabatka was at all times qualified to perform the essential functions of his job, the lawsuit reads. Sabatka was terminated, at least in part, for his disability. God, that's awesome. The lawsuit cites financial losses, humiliation, embarrassment, emotional and physical distress, mental anguish, and other factors as consequences of the alleged wrongful firing. Compensation. Sabatka's lawsuit is requesting relief in the form of compensatory damages, exemplary damages, and court fees. He also wants his job back and protection from further discrimination. According to the lawsuit, it also calls for declaratory relief that Sabatka was discriminated against. So they have to say, we discriminated against a man who has a disability. So he wants his old job back. If I'm Al Sabatka and I get my job back, the first thing I do, okay, is I've got my pile of money. I've got the apology, and everybody loves me. I clear the ice. I park the Zamboni. I get out, and I go, oh, boy! Hey, I got to take a piss! I think I'll whip my big fat old dick out and piss right here because I have a disability. That's what I do. Holy shit, is this great. The lawsuit also requests an order that all managers and supervisors be trained about age discrimination at the workplace. No. Fuck. Comments. Let's Person says, sadly, I have the same condition. It hits you out of nowhere and you cannot hold it. First thing I do always is to know where a bathroom is. So I can understand Al's position. But peeing in public in Michigan gets you put on a sex offenders list. As stupid as that is. What guy hasn't peed outside behind a tree? Whatever. Well, this person writes, I guess it all depends on the judge. I don't care if he peed in some back area, but I'm just saying adult diapers might allow him to get to a bathroom. Could be a bargaining chip to get his job back. I don't have his ailment, but after 5 natural childbirths, coughing and sneezing can be an issue, and trampolines are right out. All right. We shall see. Speaking of which, I am going to pee before I bring in my pal Kyle from Dumpster Divers, who writes to me, LOL, LOL, Eric Zane. Might be a minute late. Milk those sponsor ads, LOL. I will do just that. The open and the live stream. First of all, let me comment on this. I always forget to do this. Yesterday, hey, I don't know what's up, but, for the people that are watching this show, there's 62 people on the Twitch stream. And not all of you are on Patreon. I'd say most are. Some are not. I need you there. Why not? It's so much fun and fantastic. There's so much that goes on each and every day on the Patreon bonus podcast. You see Sarah right there. She says Patreon and proud. She's like, God, I waited 3 years before I did this. What took me so long? Okay? Sign up for the Patreon. You will love it. And, man, you get so much content. Every day we do the Patreon bonus podcast after this podcast. So do it. Sign up for just 1 month, and I won't let you down. $5 a month for all the new audio and the archive. $10 a month gets you all of that, plus the video, plus the live streams, and all of the video archive, okay? Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. And the open and live stream of this show today, with Aram putting me in a sour mood. I'm over it now, Aram. You are now in my good graces. You see how that is? I have a short memory. Every day on this show, all I do is give. And then all you guys do is rub my nose in shit. And it's hurtful. So occasionally I get hurt by that, and then I have to pick up the pieces and start over. Dean writes, when are you going to play the Naked Gun pissing scene? Now, that's when he suggested that when I used the restroom. I play that. You see, here's the great division, Dean. I did. But unlike you, I realize that jokes can be done too much. I did it. It's over. We've moved on. Ha ha! Do the same thing over and over again. I'm a dumb fuck. I laugh at the same joke over and over again. Good God, man. I already did it. How many times? You know how you make a joke and I put the gif of a horse being beat to death? That's you. God. Get a clue. Shit. It's already been done. It happened once. We've moved on. We turned the page. Thanks again to Blue Frost IT. 616-200-8550. Blue Frost IT is the number one IT company, business, service industry for tech in West Michigan, as voted on by their peers. Daisy's barking at the door. I'll be there in a second. Blue Frost IT, bluefrostit.com. All right. A word about Vincero Collective. You take a pair of sunglasses for granted or a watch. But when you hold something that's real quality, made to last, made to look great for a long, long time, you notice. Vincero Collective, a premium lifestyle brand carrying watches, sunglasses, and much more. That's what it's all about. Perfect for men or women of any style. Eye-catching modern designs to go with anything that you're wearing. I want you to go to VinceroCollective.com/Zane. You'll save 15% and get free shipping for listeners of my show. Use the code Zane and you'll be good to go. VinceroCollective.com/Zane. Now the watches. Stainless steel, durable silicone, and Italian marble straps, surgical grade stainless steel casing with Italian marble inlay. See what I mean? Made to last. Traditional automatic and Japanese quartz movements. That all means something fantastic in the timepiece industry. The sunglasses. You're like, wait a minute. Sunglasses aren't supposed to have so much heft to them. High quality sunglasses. All lens polarized. The frames are handcrafted. And I want you to go check out the selection of watches and sunglasses at VinceroCollective.com/Zane. Again, you'll save 15% and you'll get free shipping when you use the code Zane. How about this? Vincero has a 5-year guarantee and a 365-day free return policy for their products. But don't just take this knucklehead's word for it. Go check out the Google reviews. All right? Over 30,000 5-star reviews on these guys at Vincero Collective. They've been featured in Forbes, Business Insider, and Newsweek, just to name a few. Vincero Collective offers you a shopping experience you can trust. One more time to save 15% with free shipping for my listeners with code Zane. Support my show and go to VINCERO Collective.com/Zane. Okay, a quick word for Drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com. Okay, you're at a party. Everybody's having a great time. No one wants to leave to go make a beer run, a wine run, a liquor run, whatever it may be. You're all having too much fun flirting with each other around the fire, having a good time. Okay, let's go to Drizzly.com, pick out what we want, and before you know it, some dude is dropping it off. Oh my gosh. Why did it take so long for something as amazing as this to become available? You can also go to the Drizzly app or Drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com, and send a gift to someone. That's awesome too. Drizzly, the most convenient way to buy beer, wine, and spirits with delivery to your doorstep in under 60 minutes. It's the #1 app for alcohol delivery. That's DRIZLY.com. Drizzly's giving every new customer $5 off their first order. Just use the promo code FAST5, F-A-S-T, the number 5, at checkout. Convenience of home delivery in under 60 minutes. Get it when you need it. It's a great gift as well. Drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com. Fast 5 at checkout to save $5. Reach out to them. They are the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. Blue Frost IT.
Hello, sir.
Hey, is everything okay, Kyle?
Yeah. I'm getting signed in right now.
Yeah, is it? Did you? Was there an issue?
Yeah. I had to yesterday. So Sam's parents, Blue's parents' dog. It was too old, so they had to put it down. So Sam
no.
Yeah, she was emotionally distraught, so I had to drive her home, which means I had to bring her back to her car this morning.
Yeah.
The traffic just got me.
No. I just want to make sure you weren't having any tech issues.
No. Yeah, I'm getting everything set up right now, and I'll be signed in a sec.
All right, buddy. Let me know if you have any issue. I'll be waiting. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, see ya.
All right,
bye. Prince Armin has the CPL CCW class coming up on May 21. That's a Saturday. Sign up so that you can carry your pistol concealed. That's the way to go. Keep that thing hidden. In the unlikely event that you have to take it out of your holster, you're 100% legal because you have your license to carry in the great state of Michigan. The first step is not going out and buying a pistol. The first step is taking this class. And I say that because not only are you going to learn everything you need to know to be certified, but there's range time during the class so you can try out various pistols. Now, yeah, I mean, that means for some of you, that's the first time you've ever fired a pistol. Hard to believe that you can be certified for a pistol by the end of that class. But what they count on you to do is, all right, hey, yeah, I like that gun. I think I'll end up buying that one. I am certified. There you go. Is you then practice. There's also an advanced class that you can take as well. So you get better at shooting. 616-204-1705. Call or text Steve Prince for more information or just go to princearming.com. Full House Comedy shows coming to West Michigan. FullHouseComedy.com. Let us check it out. Mark Vieira doing stand-up tonight. Rockford Corner Bar. Sam Comro at the Park Theater tonight for an 8 o'clock start. Friday. This has been postponed. He's finally getting over here. Michael Winslow at the Park Theater. That is a weird dude. He's great on stage, but talking to him, trying to have a normal conversation with him, it's impossible because he's constantly going. He's doing the act. It's like, dude, okay, I want to do behind the music with you. I don't want, if I'm talking to Robert Plant, I don't want him to suddenly start singing Black Dog while I'm interviewing him about the music, for God's sake. Alan True, terrific comedian, Saturday at Howard City Lanes. Boy, he might get killed there. He's Asian, and that's all crazy white people there. FullHouseComedy.com. Okay. Stand by. I'm going to go pee. No, I'm not going to play the Naked Gun. It's been done. Sorry if you missed it, ding dong. Here you go. Adam the Odd says, did any of you see Ben's public apology on Facebook? Eric needs to talk to him. Uh-oh. I can't jump into it right now. Ding dong.
Boom. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, I can hear you guys this time, so it's solid, dude.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
It sounds really great. I'm telling
Does
you.
it?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I messed with a couple of the things this time, dude.
Yeah, dude. You sound real throaty and ass kicking. It's really and I was talking with you. You've set up your actual behind the scenes podcast page, so that's taken care of. Did you download the audio software?
Yep, I got that all set. Yeah, I'm pretty much there. I did run into a small little hiccup. I don't think Blue's gonna let me do it every day. So.
Oh, okay. You were planning on doing it every day?
I was gonna try to, you know what I mean? But
that's a tall order. That's because you know what's gonna happen because you're gonna start out with, oh yeah, we'll just roll it and it's fine. And then you're going to start to add more and more layers, and you're going to improve at it, and it's going to eat more and more of your time.
Yeah.
I think that if you have a full-time job, that is a tall order for any individual.
Yeah, so I'm working on a compromise right now where I just go, all right, what if I do it at like midnight when everybody's sleeping? You know what I mean? And so who knows? We'll see.
All right. Boo 3304 says, just let me know if you need any help with the tech. Eric says he can't figure it out himself. That's a bunch of bullshit. That is bullshit. I got it figured out.
Yeah, we figured it out pretty good when you were over, dude.
So when it comes to that audio software, have you monkeyed with it at all? Have you actually used it?
No, I haven't monkeyed with it. The first thing I do want to do with it though is like plug in or whatever, and then just go through every one of these effects so I can figure out what they are, and then I'll know, and then I can mess with it.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Oh man. You know what I thought of this trippy question. Let me ask you this, Eric, and you might not know it because it is tech stuff. I was thinking about this. What if I did this, Eric, instead of having to buy the headphones thing, which actually I can hear you now. So maybe I always can't figure out if I need one. I don't.
Let me ask you this. You have your headphones plugged into what right now?
To the soundboard.
You do?
Yeah, and I can hear you. I pressed that button in this time because last time I did not press it and done.
Oh, and you have like an adapter. It's so your headphones plug into that little fucking thing.
No, I just plugged it into where it says phones.
Oh, okay. Unplug it and hold it up to the screen. I want to see that.
Wait, unplug what?
The headphones.
Wait, I'll just show it to you. See what I mean?
Okay. Yep. I see it. Okay. Excellent.
So yeah,
so you had to use an adapter.
Oh yeah, so I plugged the phones into that fatter thing.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, that's the adapter.
So yeah, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you might not need it. You might not need the headphone amp.
Dude, good. Actually, because I was. Why did we? Wait a minute.
I didn't think you were going to be able to hear otherwise.
Yeah.
So you've actually troubleshot that on your own. Hold on, I got to ban Chris for 10 minutes. Chris here. Chris says he's complaining because this isn't entertaining. Yeah, it's entertaining to me. Enjoy your 10 minutes, you liberal fuck.
No, that's good because that. I was going to ask this question where I was like, what if I plugged it like this huge long workaround where like I plugged my guitar amp into the soundboard and then plug the phones into the back of the guitar amp because you can plug headphones into the guitar amp. And then I was like, maybe I'll be able to hear myself then.
So can you hook up? It's like at some point, can we get you to do a screaming guitar solo while we're on the show?
Oh, absolutely. Dude.
Okay. All right. Now, when did you start playing guitar?
Oh, that's a solid question, dude. So here's the thing, right? Here's a little history lesson in the old country of Kyle for everybody here. So circa 2000, when I was going from 5th grade to 6th grade, the middle school, Jackson Park, which I think is probably called something different now because the school has changed, whatever. But they're like, listen, dude, and I'm paraphrasing, but they're like, listen, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You have to either take a music class or you have to take a music appreciation class. And I was like, what's music appreciation? They're like, basically, the dude who runs the choir is just gonna like teach you about what music he likes or whatever. And I'm like, forget that. So I was like, I'm joining the band, baby. And the first thing I wanted to do was percussion because I was like, I don't want to play no trombone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't play no saxophone. So I was like, throw me on the old drum skis. And turns out in 6th grade band, the drum skis are not the drum skis. The drum skis are the xylophone. and the drum skis are this like a snare drum, but that doesn't sound like a snare drum. So anyways, so I did that for a little bit. And I was like, this sucks, dude. Like we're not really doing anything. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to switch to guitar and like, I'll just, do that on the side or whatever. But I don't, and I still to this day don't know how to read music. I just taught myself how to play guitar. You know what I mean? I just sat down and just.
I just saw an advertisement. On one of those before the video starts ads of some guitar guy who says, "I have a way to teach you guitar," and it's based on. I think he described it as feel or emotion, as opposed to countless scales and chord learning and shit like that, and tablature. He says it has. It's way different is the way this guy, and it actually intrigued me. I didn't even skip the ad. I watched the whole fucking thing because that has been a lifelong. I always have tried. I've tried several times to start playing guitar, and then I always fucking quit. I always just like, I'm bored. I can't handle it, and then I'm done.
Yeah, dude. The initial part of that is always very rough. Teaching yourself or trying to learn would you say tablets? Yeah, tabs. Those are. It does take time, but I had the benefit of being like 11. So like when you're 11, you can learn anything. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, I just kept messing around with it, and then I just taught myself, and then I would just I would go on the computer and just turn on music, and then just start playing along with it, and then that's it. That's how I taught myself.
So did you ever look up finger placement for various chords?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, I did have to look that up. So because at first I didn't, because I didn't even understand like how it worked. But once I started messing around, I actually taught myself the first chord. Like I just was like putting my fingers in different spots based off of hair bands music videos that I had watched.
Wow. So and then if it sounded like it was correct, you just went with it, right?
Yeah. So I taught myself like basically a bunch of the minor chords that way. And then, then I was like, you know what, I should look some stuff up. So then I looked up, like different chords to make different noises. And then I just went from there to.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
But yeah, the dude is right though, because since I taught myself how to play, I play like with a lot of feel, you know what I mean? Like with a lot of, like more so like Pink Floyd, you know what I mean? If I was like ripping out a solo, it'd probably sound more Pink Floyd-ish than it would sound like Van Halen or anything.
Gotcha.
But I do love Van Halen. Let's face it.
Have you ever had your guitar playing ever got you sex?
No, sadly no. I was in a shitty band for a little bit there when I was like 20, and we were just too shitty to have that ability.
So the idea that a chick shows up there, she's like, I was gonna give these guys some pussy, but they suck dick, so fuck them.
That's basically what it was like.
Oh shit. So are you still living the dream at all?
Of playing or being in a band?
Both.
No, yes. I play. I mean, as sparingly as it gets now, because I have Jameson, so that takes up a lot of the time and whatnot, which is cool. But yeah, definitely not in a band. But that's part of the reason that I want to whip out the old Gitmo while I'm doing the podcast, and then I can just jam on the podcast, and then I can kill a couple different birds with the same style.
Yeah. Maybe a parody song or two is in your future.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I spoke with my daughter the other day. This is Jacqueline. She's just turned 25. And she says, that guy's funny. I go, what guy? She goes, the guy who calls you Eric Zane.
That's freaking awesome, Eric Zane. That's good though that she listens. Obviously, you know what I mean. Like if you had a kid, I feel like if I was in your shoes and Jameson was older, and I'd be like, listen to my podcast, dude. He'd be like, I ain't listening to that fucking thing, dude.
Oh yeah. There are very few of my family members who listen to my podcast. My wife does not. Madison does not. My youngest, my oldest, Jim does not. My brothers do not. I think I have a stepbrother who listens. But I don't know about, and I find that to be strange, because if I had a family member that did a podcast, I would listen to that for one reason. Well, one reason to start, intel. You got to fucking get some shit down. And no one gives a shit. Either that or they don't tell me. Because as far as I can tell, no one has any idea what I do. And like here I am every day spilling my fucking guts for a living, and no one gives a shit. No one cares.
Eric Zane, do I sound like the devil right now?
Not to me.
Dang. I'm trying to do the effects thing.
Did you push the black knob after you?
Yeah.
You went to 74.
74, because I remember that.
Then you pushed it. Okay, yeah. Now, if you go right below that, there's a red knob.
Yeah.
Turn it all the way up.
Turn it all the way up.
And then on where the channel that your mic is on, you see that red one there?
Yeah.
Turn that up.
Oh, I gotta turn that one up, dude. Now do I sound like the
devil, dude? Fuck yes, you do. That is what I'm talking about. Hey, we both sound like the fucking devil. We are a team. We're gonna go get some devil pussy. We are double devils. That's right. This is the Devil Podcast. We have just discovered a new bit. The earth is gonna crack in half with the Devil Podcast. And nobody better be telling lies up there. Yeah. For sure. We're going to fuck some shit up on the Devil Podcast. This is awesome. I got to turn it off so I can sound regular.
Boom. Okay, am I regular now?
No. Now what you need to do to get out of it is turn the red one on your mic channel all the way down.
All right, so now I'm good?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, man, that's fucking cool, dude.
Double Devil Podcast, motherfucker!
So I'm serious, dude. I want to use that one frequently. That's just the only one I know because that's the number that you put it in when you came over.
Oh, shit. So you're going to eventually need a new board because you only have 2 mic inputs, and I know you're going to want more people on your show at some point.
Yeah, I see what you mean. For sure, dude.
So,
fucking cool.
Yeah, you're on the right track. Before you know it, you're going to be putting out your own content, and you've already developed a mic presence. Your chops are improving, and that's how people need to do it. They need to be fucking around before they go public with what they want,
right.
Because if the first thing that they do sounds like cock, ugh. I mean, people just write you off. They won't. They just won't come back.
Yeah, dude. Here's the thing, Eric Zane. Blue is actually giving me some shit skis, and she goes, I don't like the name. She doesn't like the casket show. So she's like, it just sounds. She was like, it just sounds like real dark and stuff. And she's like, no one's gonna like that name, and then people are gonna like just tune you out. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, am I gonna have to change the name before I even start it? It's possible, dude.
Let me just tell you that it's still okay at this stage of the game to change it. And now let me just tell you, when you said she hates the name, for me, I'm just telling you, I couldn't remember. You had to say just now casket show, and I was able to remember it. So
fair enough.
That tells me that she might, in a way, be onto something that's also very important. Remembrance. They have to be able to remember that shit. And you've told me it, and I had forgotten it.
Okay, this is good. This is good shit. My ego's not too big, dude. I can, if that's the truth, then I'm gonna fucking change it, dude. I'm cool with that.
It doesn't have to be cute because it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a big deal, because you had like because casket stood for something.
Yeah. Yep.
No one's gonna give a shit about that. You just gotta, ultimately what they care about is, can you engage them for any amount of time? You're either going to get either a yes vote or a no vote based on what's coming out of the earbuds. A yes note or a no vote. You want more yes notes than no votes. Okay?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't think about ratings, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that is the ultimate rating, yes or no. And if they say no, well, then you lose them.
Yep. Okay, I can deal with that.
Think about it, and then the simpler the better. You know?
Okay. I like it.
So moving on, Kyle, we're having a great time. I know this has been so much fun, and we haven't even really gotten into some things that are on your mind that you've been reading about in the last week. What's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about this, fucking Eric Zane. Hey, really quick. Do you think I could put fucking in the title? No, whatever. I'm gonna figure out the title.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
For sure. So here's the thing, Eric Zane. I was thinking about this. So when you were raising your kids, this was what, the 90s? Early 90s?
Yes, my
90s?
first child was born in 1995.
Okay, so 95. Okay, so yeah, so you know what I'm talking about when I say fucking kids music is trash. Okay, so for sure, I think all parents can agree on that. Now I don't know what we had going on in the 90s. Maybe a little Rugrats action. I'm sure you had to have Rugrats on the old Chief ski.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what else. Anyways, but like now, the kids' music is I'm trying to find silver linings in things. You know what I mean? Where so we have to listen to fucking terrible kids' music 24/7 now because Jameson's just like, this is my shit. You know what I mean? He's just all about it.
Right.
So that drives me crazy. But now me and Blue have parentally evolved, I guess you'd say, into a stage where we are like making fun of the music while it's on so that we can survive psychologically. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like for example, there's this song, and to be honest with you, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I think it's just it's on it's on various platforms. It was on Coco Melon, which is like the kids bangers of today.
Correct.
But I've heard it on several different platforms, so it's not like, I don't think it's copyrighted or nothing. I think it's just called the fucking Papa song or something like that. But like the basis of the song is like the kids like doing bad shit and like the dad is like catching them. You know what I mean? So like he'll be like for example, he's like sneaks into the kitchens to get a snack or like some cookies or some shit. And so like the Papa's like, he's like, the part of the song is like, are you getting snacks? And he was like, no, Papa. Like that's part of the song. But then the Papa, he gets all like real intense and he's like, he says it normal. He's like telling lies. You know what I mean? But what me and Blue do now,
I'm gonna fuck you up, kid.
Dude, that's exactly what it is. So when that song comes on or whatever, like it'll be in the background. Like me and Blue have tuned it out. Like Jameson's he's zoned right in. He's like, this is my shit. We're zoned out. But in the background of my life, I'll hear the song. And then like, I won't let Blue know that I'm listening, but she's in the background listening too. But then I'll just like go like right up in her ear when that part comes on. And I'm like, telling lies. And then she fucking like, but she's not ready for it, but she knows the song's on, but she just doesn't know it's right there. And then I'll just like sneak up on her and then just like
telling lies.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me get there. Boom. Click.
Telling lies. Yeah, exactly. I love this, dude.
Yeah. Now you don't need to. All you need to do to get out of it is just turn the red one down on your mic channel. That's all you need to do to get out of it. So basically,
turn it back.
No. Leave it on 74. Leave the one right below it turned up, and then all you gotta do is turn up and down the red one on the mic channel.
Hell yeah, dude! What are some of your other favorite ones on here? Oh shit! The lights just went out.
Oh shit! Trying to get the motion sensor working.
It ain't gonna work. We put up some walls yesterday to kind of break up the office a little bit.
Yeah.
So, which reminds me, guys, we're gonna have like a little welcome party at some point.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know, and maybe we can get a couple people to show up.
Okay. By the way, this is the second person in the audience who I've heard say this. That devil voice. 2 of the ladies find that hot. And I think that if you were the husband of these ladies, if you had like a voice modulator on while you were having sex with them, they would have more intense orgasms. If you're like,
oh yeah, you like that? You like that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna jam it in.
I think that they actually would. So it wouldn't surprise me if Sarah's going to try to get her husband, Brad, to have that voice, and Andrea the same thing with her husband, of course, Jason. So isn't that interesting that some women find that to be really hot? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's got to be some science to it, right?
Yeah, there must be. That's incredible.
Where's a high pitched one? What number is that?
Hang on a second.
Check. Let me see. 74.
Check.
Check.
Check. Check.
That one's got like both. It's got like on the left side of my headphones is devil voice, and on the right side is some high pitch motherfucker.
What number is that?
That is 78. That does that one.
Boom. Wait, let me turn up where's my red thing?
All right. Do I sound like you?
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah, just like me. No big deal.
Yeah, we're both. Now there's like 4 people on the fucking podcast.
Oh man, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. As soon as I'm gonna be using, just so everybody knows, on whatever I'm gonna call my show now, there's gonna be several voices used just to keep it fucking light, dude.
All right, I'm getting out of it.
Okay.
I don't know a hot one or a high one off the top of my head.
All right, I'm gonna figure that out because then I'm gonna just use that at various times. Because I mean, the science, if you ask me, the science would be if the low devil voice is getting the juices flowing, then the high pitched voice ought to be sucking them right back up, right?
You mean turning them off?
No. Yeah. You know, like it's the opposite on the sound spectrum. You know what I mean?
Oh, so if
then like if you were doing a high pitched voice while laying it down with
I'm gonna see if I can find one. Check.
There we go.
Oh yeah, what number is that, baby?
73.
Boom, and then let me turn it up.
Yeah, how's that going? So if I say this, if I use this voice, I'm like, hey, lady, you want to get fucked?
she's like, no, not at all.
Come on, let me jam it in your asshole. That's what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like trying to like be all sexy and be like, hey, baby. You know what I mean? It doesn't work.
Or we can do a show where you're the high voice
and I'm the low voice.
Oh, dude, I like that. Maybe that's just our thing from now on, dude.
Yeah. So like, ha.
Oh man, this shit is fun, dude. Oh, the devil laugh is hilarious because it starts out. Oh man, people are just like this. Yeah,
you're losing viewers right now. Probably people are just like, well, we ain't listening to this no more.
Sarah still says that the high pitched sound makes her gushy.
Oh shit. Okay, so
yeah.
So it's regular voice then. So the regular voice is the bad one. All right.
Yeah, I guess so. I've got some suggestions of your podcast name. Kate says the Dumpies Podcast.
Dumpies, all
right. Kenny says Dumpster Pile with Kyle.
Oh, that's pretty good, Kenny. I'm liking that a little bit.
This one, I don't know about this. Great Gabagool, I think, or maybe it was Dennis G. I forgot who wrote that. Wrote Dumpster and Muff Diving with Kyle.
I like it.
So those are just some suggestions.
Oh, man, I just burped a little bit. Hopefully it's not weird.
It sounded crazy.
Oh, man. I love this shit. This is cool.
And by the way, when you are using that and you can't hear your own voice, all you have to do is disengage that top one of those 3, and you'll instantly be able to hear how it sounds as long as you put it back to be able to hear me.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, and that's why. Yeah, so right now I think that when I'm doing the podcast, like for example, just so everybody knows, I will get this up and running probably like tonight or tomorrow, and then I'm gonna just make a show, try to make a couple. But whenever the NFL draft is, I'm gonna be doing a live show with my buddy. So I'm gonna keep reminding you guys of that. So
yeah. I'll definitely help you out. Bert, right? That's your pal Bert.
Bert, yeah, dude.
Okay.
I think when I do it, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, so I can hear him. Well, or maybe he'll be right next to me. Maybe I'll just pop out like
if he's
earbud.
next to me, if he's in the room with you, you then have all the buttons out. Those 3. Because then you will be able to listen. The only time you ever need it the way it is right now is if you're remoting someone in.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, I'm just having a good time with these right now, baby.
Oh, me too. Me too. Now, I mean, that's
what it's all about, motherfucker!
Oh, dude. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna be just doing
I'm gonna do like probably like little mock segments in my show where I just like do like everyday situations that the devil might find himself in, and I'll be using 74, baby.
All right. Well, hey, I'm out of time.
For sure.
Hey, did someone just walk in?
Yeah, Emilio just came back.
Oh, fuck yes. All right. There you go. I'm done. You have a great day. DumpsterDiversLLC.com. You can book it online. What are the sizes? 10, 15, and 20 or 10, 20, and 30?
Yeah, we have 10, 15s, and 20s, baby.
10, 15s, and 20s. Dumpster Divers LLC. Or you can call or text. What is the number again? I don't have it written down.
It's 616-375-9962.
Beautiful. All right. Hey, thank you so much. And let me know how it goes with your experimenting with that audio software.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. And everybody just give us a call at Dumpster Divers, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you, too. There you go. That is Kyle from Dumpster Divers once again. All right. I muted you so they can't hear you. All right, I'm ending this. Holy shit, there it is. Oh, my God. I can't wait to go back and listen to that. We had dueling devil voices going on. Great Gabagool, imagine if they were on edibles doing this. Oh, the laughing. Aram says, I feel like know how a lot about podcast equipment. Cool. All right. What is going on with Ben? What was that all about? I'm anxious now. What is happening with Ben? I can't believe I'm almost out of time. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. By the way, Adam the Odd booked me on Cameo. And what is this you want me to do? Now, Adam is multi-layered. He is a, it's that. He's very intricate in the things that he knows about. He's very in tune with a lot of stuff that you and I would have no idea about. He writes, he hired me to give him a cameo for him, which isn't, people do that all the time. It says to Adam Knapp, parentheses, sheepdog/overlord. And he says this does not have to be live. And I don't think I would be. I don't have my glasses. Please read H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Cats of Ulthar, at your leisure. So this is like a 10-minute short story that he wants me to read him a short story. I'm like, this better not be one of those deals. You ever see like Brett Favre? Back when Cameo started, like some racist group called, I don't know, the Knights of whatever hired him. And, I don't know, it might have been the Proud Boys or some shit. Hey, it's Brett Favre. I just want to say that I love the Proud Boys and, white supremacy, whatever. He's saying some crazy shit. So I don't think Adam would do that. He doesn't strike me as the type to do that. Totally kidding. You would never do that. You're one of the sweetest people I know. All right. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Hire me there. It's just $15 and a lot of fun. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. If you need a mortgage, call on Mario. They've got the money. They can help you. If your credit's fantastic, this is a piece of cake. If your credit's a little wonky, maybe bankruptcy, divorce, you weren't good with money, credit's in the dumper, still call. They might be able to help you. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. How about A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Installing the Comfort Maker brands of air conditioners and furnaces. Eventually, it's going to get hot out here in Michigan, and you're going to want to be firing up that air conditioner. Don't do it unless you've had a tune-up ahead of time. You need a professional to look over that thing. If there's a squirrel in there, they've destroyed your setup, and everything's going to fry, and then you're going to need a whole new system. What is a $79 fix becomes about a $3,500 fix. Don't do that. A&E Heating and Cooling. You should see Joe or Jason or David, which are his son-in-laws, twice a year. Once for the furnace, once for the air conditioner. And if you do get a new install, as I've indicated, the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners, the best in the business. Joe's, it's cheaper than anyone. I guarantee you that. So go ahead and get a couple estimates from whomever. I don't care who. And then have Joe be last. He will beat them. If he doesn't, say Eric Zane said you're going to beat this. He's going to go, okay, I'll beat it. That's what you do. Finally, Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid NEV, 616-532-6600, a trusted source for getting your vehicles repaired or maintained. Use them. Any different brand of Asian, European, or domestic car, EV or hybrid. 616-532-6600. Now they've more than doubled the size of their business, of their service area, to make helping the customer that much easier. They were bursting out at the seams. This is the second business on the Eric Zane Show podcast that has gone through a major expansion. Now, I can't say confidently that it's because of the Eric Zane Show podcast. I can't do that, but we certainly helped. You know, the more people that go there, they're like, hey, we're selling out our time. We gotta expand. We need more people here to work here. We need more room to work on the cars. Joe Martinez, same thing, man. So something's working. 616 532-6600. All right. We got a little bit of time here. I was just tipped off that our pal Ben had some type of apology on Facebook. Is that what you said? Okay. What's going on here? Ben Glaze on Facebook? There he is. I would like to apologize for my sexual harassment joke. In spite of it being well written and hilarious, it bombed twice last night. I am sadly retiring the joke, and I will do better. Hashtag Bombity. All right. That is a reason to tune in to the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast tonight. I can't tell how serious he is here. Because he writes, in spite of it being well written and hilarious, I don't think you can apologize for a sexual harassment joke and then in the next sentence say, in spite of it being well written and hilarious, it bombed twice. That's actually funny. The fact that you are apologizing for a sexual harassment joke and then doubling down with, despite it being well written and hilarious. So that's got to be a joke. Now that's actually funny, Ben. I am sadly retiring this joke. Well, then that's not an apology. I thought it was something serious, like Ben was having another meltdown. No, I do not go down the road and indicate that this is actually a legitimate apology. He is regretfully retiring that joke, and that's not your fault, Ben. I don't know the joke. I've probably heard it, but I don't recall it off the top of my head because you wrote it. So it probably does suck, but it shouldn't be retired because of the reasons you're saying. That's comedy. I just heard Carl from Who Are These Podcasts just revealed that he was on his most recent show with Vinnie Paulino. They were describing how Howard Stern had Amy Schumer on after the Oscars. And these two together are just a handful, really bad. And there was nothing funny about the discussion. It was like a therapy session. She said that all of her jokes now that she writes, like if it's in front of a bunch of famous people like at the Oscars, she corners them ahead of time and says, look, I'm going to tell a joke about you. Here's the joke. Do you mind if I tell this joke? Which is bullshit. Oh, my God. That is a terrible thing to do. She used to be super funny. What the fuck happened to her? Like she talked about Kirsten Dunst she had a joke about her being a seat filler, and which sounds like it's a funny premise if you want to make fun of somebody. And she got the approval from her because of she's worried about hurting people and she's worried about the backlash. So, okay, she does that. And then does the joke, and then wackos who weren't told about the joke, people in the world who happen to be watching that shit, they reach out to her, threatening her with death because they made fun of Kirsten Dunst. Because you can't go up to every person in the world and say, hey, guess what? I'm about to tell a joke about Kirsten Dunst. Do you mind if I say that? No, you're making this so much more complex. How could you have possibly have been this lost? How have you become this lost in comedy? My God, terrible. But anyway, that's actually pretty funny that Ben did that. I can't wait to hear the joke now. Tonight, patreon.com/Eric Zane. You must be part of it. Okay. I am going to end with a phone call to a person you don't know. During the West Michigan Ironmen game on Saturday, you got a handful of people, actually, it's more than what are watching me right now, watching the game from different spots all over the globe. Well, not really, probably just in a couple of specific areas. Family members of players. Excuse me. And there's one guy on there, as we're doing our thing, calling the game, who says something terrible about your old pal, Eric Zane. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I acknowledged it. And I said that this guy has won the troll of the game and that I wanted to fight him. And I said, troll of the game earns a spot on the Eric Zane Show podcast. And I instructed Jim Terry to send me an email with his phone number, and I would put him on the show. So, true to my word, I'm going to bring this piece of shit in, and maybe we'll make friends. I'll tell you what he said about me in a second. Come on. We got this far. I can't believe you're fucking this up, Jim. One of those. Okay. All right. This is how it went. He sends me an email. Hey, this is my number. And I didn't respond yet. And so then yesterday he sends me one all caps. When can I be on the show? And I'm like, hang on, man. First of all, don't communicate in all caps. I will call. So I called. What he said was, Eric Zane, and I don't know if he knows. I think he's just a troll. Just I don't think he used to listen to the show or anything. He wrote, Eric Zane is a deadbeat dad who has been arrested for failure to pay child support. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I don't mind you saying I suck dick or I'm an asshole or my show sucks shit, but I mean, that's ridiculous. These people don't know me. You don't want to say that. I mean, come on. That's not fair. And then I'm on during the game. I go, so Jim Terry just said I'm a deadbeat dad and I've been arrested for failure to pay child support. I want everybody to know that I've been married for 30 years in July and I've never been divorced and all my children love me very much. So there you go. So I felt the need to say that because he's fucking lying about me. That'd be like you guys, if I'm talking about you and lying about you, you would be upset at me if I made up stories about you. Like if I said Boring Dean washes his balls regularly, that would be a lie, and you would probably be offended by that. So I took umbrage with that and wanted to talk to him about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know the guy. I wanted him to pick it up. All right. Coming up on the Patreon, we have a lot of ground to cover. We have to talk about the professor at a school who, all right, there was an issue because you had a transgender student and there was some pronoun usage that didn't take place. Pronoun usage. He, she, me, they, them, all that shit. And there's a lawsuit involved, and it's fucking amazing. I cannot wait to talk about this story. Plus, a member of the Buffalo Bills was on an airplane. When the plane was backing up from the thing, getting ready to do it, there's some lady on there, the lady, who freaked out and lost her mind. And she did something that we all wanted to do. I'm going to talk about those things on the Patreon, which will start a little bit after I post this one. Okay. But I'm going to get to the asshole of the day in a moment. Let me help your business. If you have a business, reach out to me, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. I want you to be on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Reach out, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. And I could put you front and center with this great audience. I've got tons of great clients who've been very, very happy with how I get their message out. Reach out to me, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. All right. Sarah Honda Granville, SERRA, SarahHondaGranville.com. New, certified pre-owned, used, they have it all. Still a challenge to get a new car. The new arrivals trickle in, but it can still be done. That's the way we got ours with that Accord hybrid that Diana's driving around. It was like I just called and I said, Cameron, what do you have for Accord hybrids? Because we have 2 on the lot. They're going to go fast. Do you want one? Yes. That's it. So, yeah, you don't have a lot full of cars, but you can still get a new car. You just might have to wait a little bit, okay? SarahHondaGranville.com. Look at the different styles of cars that you can check out. SERRA HondaGranville.com. If you want a certified pre-owned or a used car, they are available on the lot. They've got a ton of inventory right there. Sarah Honda Granville on Kennewa, right by the Cracker Barrel in Granville, Michigan. When it comes to insurance, my pal Frank the Tank Fuss has you covered. Now, specifically, he wants me to talk about folks that are utilizing the Medicare system. Now, that's not all of you because most of you are under 65. But I can promise you, you know someone who is utilizing the Medicare system. The idea here is Frank wants to make sure that the person you have in your brain right now that I'm referring to has the most that they are entitled to in the Medicare system. Some folks, when they set up their Medicare plans, they've done it kind of on their own, and they've actually not checked every box that they're supposed to. So they're not getting all the benefits that should be coming their way. So all you need to do is get them in touch with Frank the Tank Fuss at My Policy Shop Insurance. Have him give you a free complimentary, and everything he does for you, the consumer, is free. He gets paid by the insurance companies. A complimentary Medicare Advantage Plan checkup. He's an expert in this field. 616-914-4070. So if you texted him 616-914-4070 and said, hey, Eric Zane sent me, I need a Medicare checkup for so-and-so, or I am over 65, I'm currently utilizing Medicare, please help me. He's going to send you a link. You click on the link, and that's like a book some time with Frank. You just say, okay, Tuesday at 2 p.m., phone call about Medicare. Boom, that's it. And then you're in business. That's all this is. Okay, Frank will help you, have you answer a few questions for him, and then you're in business. MyPolicyShop.com. Frank Fuss, 616-914-4070. Excuse me. Saturday, we get started at Berlin Raceway. Get tickets for the Icebreaker, BerlinRaceway.com. Tickets are just $5. 15 and under are free. What? So theoretically, you could get in, you, the missus, all the kids, $10 if they're all under 15 for nonstop, door-to-door, bumper-to-bumper, 2 and 3 wide racing at Berlin Raceway. If they go 3 wide, look out. Someone's going to eat the wall. Holy crap. The beer is cold. You cannot bring your own beer. Buy the beer there. You can bring a cooler even, a 12 by 18 cooler with all your snacks if you want to do it on the budget plan, and your soft drinks as long as it's not glass. You got to buy the beer there. Okay? So go there, buy some beers, have your wife drive your drunken ass home as you watch the racing. Maybe pick a fight with somebody in the parking lot. BerlinRaceway.com. That's where you get tickets, where speed belongs. Berlin Raceway this weekend. The Icebreaker tickets are just $5. Rest of the season, they're $12. I will be there a week from Saturday, dropping the green flag. Wow, that's the show. I'm done. All we got to do is name the asshole of the day. Talked about Ben. Talked extensively with Kyle from Dumpster Divers. We talked about the college baseball pitcher who speared the guy round and third and headed for home. Talked about Putin's new missile that should scare the shit out of us. Yesterday's asshole of the day was the stinky dude at the Wise Parents. I don't know if I can necessarily make the asshole of the day the Red Wings, because I've only heard one side of the lawsuit for the guy who, for Al Sabatka. So I think they're not included in the asshole of the day nominations. And this breaks my heart. I never thought I would do this. But it's bound to happen. And I'm taking out the trash here. The asshole of the day is our beloved Aram. How could you do this to me? This is horrible. You might think this makes me happy. How could you possibly do this? For the continued snide, belittling, and horrible behavior by you. You have earned this. This is the first time this has ever happened. Yeah, that's breaking my heart. Thank you so much. Kenny says, I think Aram may have been shooting for this goal for a few months now. Yeah, I agree. It's not fair. It's not kind. It's hurtful. I just recorded a new show for Compound Media last night. If you subscribe to Compound Media, you will get that in the next day or so, according to what I'm told. All right. Have a good one, folks. Thank you for your time. My time is done here. Have a great one, and I will talk to you on Patreon. Bye-bye.